Good evening and welcome to this edition of Newsleader on 6. I'm Jim Fuller.
And I'm Andrew Todd. In tonight's news, January is Radon Action Month. We'll tell you why you should check with your doctor before taking dietary supplements. Governor Bill Haslam is dismissing a comptroller's report questioning his efforts to impose a merit pay plan for state workers. We'll talk with an official of American Legion Post 78 about their fundraiser coming up this weekend. Tom Corrington will talk with the president of Montlow College, and we'll give you some guidelines on how to get the best results from your workouts. We'll have all these stories and more on tonight's Newsleader on 6.
Hi, I'm John Greenwood. Let me tell you a few of the ways our parts and service team is committed to keeping your vehicle in top condition. Factory trained, certified technicians and ASE certified who can service all makes and models. Everyday low price oil change of $29.95 with a free 16-point vehicle inspection for your convenience. Schedule your next service appointment at StanMcNabb.com. We'll get you in and out, back on the road with peace of mind. Stan McNabb Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, 1200 East Carroll, right here in Tullahoma, Tennessee.
Let the Smokehouse be your mountain getaway destination in beautiful Monteagle, Tennessee. Enjoy our cabins, restaurant, and old general store. Shop thesmokehouse.com featuring homemade barbecue sauces, jellies, and many other fine Tennessee products. Our live Music on the Mountain series features some of the best local and Nashville talent every Friday and Saturday night, 6:30 p.m. No cover, kids welcome.
It's time for every family and business in Tullahoma to go green and recycle. Tullahoma Public Works makes it simple and easy to recycle. Just place your recyclable materials, paper, plastic, aluminum, and cardboard beside your garbage container on the same day your garbage is picked up. Your recycled materials don't have to be in a fancy container. Recycling is not only the right thing to do, it makes sense. Recycling pays. Paying to bury our garbage costs each of us. Please do your part. Let's go green, Tullahoma, and recycle.
Welcome back. January is Radon Action Month, and the Tennessee Department of Environment and Conservation wants Tennesseans to be educated about the dangers of radon exposure. TDEC Commissioner Bob Martineau said, quote, Tennessee has a particularly high level of radon in relation to other states, and it has been detected in every county. Tennesseans, like many Americans, spend a vast amount of time indoors. Some analysts predict as much as 90% of Americans' time is spent indoors, especially during the colder months. This also makes it an ideal time to test your home for radon. While numerous steps can be taken to reduce the risk of radon exposure, none are more important than testing your home.
Radon is a naturally occurring gas that can seep into homes through cracks and openings in the foundation, and in high concentrations poses a human health risk. Acquiring a simple do-it-yourself test kit to help determine the presence of radon is the first step to mitigation of the problem. The EPA estimates that approximately 70% of Tennessee's population lives in high or moderate risk radon areas. According to the EPA, radon is the #1 cause of lung cancer among non-smokers and is the second leading cause of lung cancer in the United States. Radon problems can be fixed by qualified contractors for a cost comparable to that of many common household repairs, such as painting or installing a new water heater. Radon test kits can be purchased at most hardware and home improvement stores, including Lowe's and Home Depot.
If you're using or considering using products marketed as dietary supplements, the Tennessee Department of Health recommends talking with your health care provider to understand your needs and risk. The TDH recommendation follows a recent study led by the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention and the Food and Drug Administration, which reported injuries and emergency room visits associated with dietary supplements, including energy and weight loss products. Consumers of dietary supplements should understand the products are not as tightly regulated as food and drugs, and there's a growing concern about their impact on health. TDH Commissioner John Dreisner said, quote, we strongly encourage people who believe they need energy, weight loss, or other such products to talk with their doctor before using them. There may be safer, more effective options. It's also important to let your healthcare provider know about any dietary supplements you are using, because some may have adverse interactions with other medications or cause your provider to misinterpret information or test results during examinations.
Governor Bill Haslam is dismissing a comptroller's report questioning his efforts to impose a merit pay plan for state workers. Haslam has replaced automatic pay hikes with a merit work evaluation that also makes it easier to terminate underperforming employees. He says the evaluation process encourages workers to improve their job performance in exchange for pay hikes. A comptroller's audit says the administration has had trouble training some 8,000 supervisors and managers that are evaluating some 40,000 employees. The report says as few as 8 trainers are available due to short staffing. Haslam says the Tennessee State Employees Association, which represents career workers, has endorsed the merit plan.
A new study by the Pew Research Center says fewer Americans have high-speed internet at home. According to the study, 67% of Americans have high-speed internet at home, compared to 70% 2 years ago. Researchers call this a small but statistically significant difference. They also note that the change has taken place while the number of people who have smartphones and no traditional broadband services at home has increased. 59% of those surveyed and said monthly cost of home broadband is too expensive. 46% say they have other options for internet access outside the home. 45% said the cost of a computer is too expensive. 27% said their smartphone does everything online they need to do. And 23% said service is not available or broadband speeds are unacceptable.
Stay with us. We'll be back in a moment with more Newsleader on 6.
When your family suffers the loss of a loved one, the caring and compassionate staff at Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel are standing by to assist you in every way possible. We are proud to support local industry and offer only Batesville caskets. Many funeral homes don't own or operate a crematory. We utilize the only crematory in Coffee County. Your loved one never leaves Coffee County. We can accommodate any need and any budget. Consider our complete pre-need service to remove this burden from your family during their time of grief. Lock in today's low costs and protect from inflation. Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel. Our family caring for your family.
Trucks, trucks, and more trucks. Russell Barnett Ford of Tullahoma and Winchester is your home for both new and pre-owned trucks. We have a huge selection of over 200 trucks to choose from. Check us out on the web at russellbarnett.com and view our great selection. We are your truck headquarters, and we want to be your one-stop shop. That's Russell Barnett Ford of Tullahoma and Winchester, your truck headquarters. Trucks, trucks, and more trucks. Why buy anywhere else?
Here at Manchester Funeral Home, we know the importance of living and working in our local community because it's those families who we serve during their time of need honorably. We believe in supporting local business and offer only 100% Batesville caskets, the best in the industry and a driver of our local economy. If you want straightforward and fair pricing while working with the people you know, choose Manchester Funeral Home, serving your community since 1932. And pre-planning and pre-funding can be the best gift you ever leave your loved ones. Call us to pre-arrange. Manchester Funeral Home. Our family caring for your family since 1932.
Welcome back. Montlow State Community College's new president, Dr. Tony Kinkle, has been on the job for about 5 months now. Dr. Kinkle stopped by our studios recently and spoke with Channel 6's Tom Corrington. Tonight we bring you part 1 of that interview.
Tell the folks a little bit about Tony Kinkle.
Well, I'm so honored to be here. Thank you for being so patient. We had 1,427 Tennessee Promise students show up, and I got here August 1st, and so we've spent the last 3 months trying to figure out how to educate those students. But I'm so delighted to be in Tennessee. I was born and raised in a little town in northern Minnesota, about 90 miles from the Canadian border, and I was very blessed. The first memory of life I've ever had is I had 2 parents who loved me, and I've always thought that that's given me a huge advantage in today's world.
Yeah.
Mom and Dad were at every basketball game I played, every band event, and so I grew up in a wonderful home, wonderful education system in Minnesota. My parents owned
Where did you go to school?
University of Minnesota.
University,
Yep, got
okay.
my undergraduate at the Duluth campus and then my doctorate degree at the Minneapolis campus.
Okay.
And my parents owned, my dad was a paramedic during the day, and then we had a laundromat, commercial laundromat, and we lived in the resort country, so we were up where everybody had cabins on the lake, And so my job in the summer was to go around to all the resorts and pick up the dirty linens, and we'd bring them in, wash them, press them, and then
run them through the washer.
Run them through, yeah. So my dad was mayor of the little town, so I was very active politically at an early age. And the other big blessing I've had in my life is that I knew probably at age 16, 17 what I wanted to do in my life, and I wanted to give back to people to help them have the opportunities I had. And so I started out as a teacher and a basketball coach. Was a high school social studies teacher and coached basketball, had a heck of a basketball team in Sandstone, Minnesota, and then went back home and ran for office, and at age 24 got elected to the House of Representatives. I was very blessed to serve there for almost 16 years.
Yeah, 12, 16.
And then went to the Senate. But while I was in the legislature, I kept working on my degree and ended up with my doctorate degree. And so when I wasn't in the legislature, I started then teaching at a community college and really fell in love with it and thought, my purpose in life was to help folks achieve the American dream. I did it first in politics, and then I decided, I could probably do more in higher ed. And so that's when I went back to get my doctorate and became a dean of a technical college up in Minnesota, and then went on to serve at 4 institutions, 4 different states. So had quite a life to get here to Tennessee. But
you did. You've been very busy. Yes.
Very blessed.
What attracted you to Tennessee and Motlow?
The governor called. I hadn't even been on the payroll yet. The governor called me in July, Governor Haslam, his office, and said, "We want to see Tony up here." And I called the chancellor. I said, "What do I do, Chancellor? I'm not even on the payroll yet." He said, "Well, get up there and meet with the governor if he's calling you." So he said, Tony said, "What made you want to come to Tennessee?" And I said, "Governor, 2 words, Tennessee promise." I said, "I've been around the country. I've been in public service for most of my life." I said, 49 other states in the United States of America are raising the cost of higher education, but there's only 1 state that's actually lowering it. And I said, and I want to be a part of that movement. I've been looking for that all my life. We tried to do it in Minnesota, did a pretty good job, but we didn't have the Tennessee promise.
More Newsleader on 6 is coming up after these messages.
It's not invoice. It's not MSRP. It's not Christmas Day, although it may feel like it. It's the lowest prices in Middle Tennessee, period. It's a Stan McNabb Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram or Stan McNabb Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac before these prices are gone forever.
All right, the cat's out of the bag at Carroll Street Liquor in Tullahoma. Now you know where to go if you're planning a get-together and want the ideal wine or spirit. Party planning can be stressful, but at Carroll Street Liquor you'll find everything you need. Mixers, gift sets, and all of your favorite spirit brands. So if you're feeling the pressure to pull off the ideal party, come to Carroll Street Liquor and select among the seemingly endless supply of wines, spirits, gift sets, and more. Your perfect party, it's in the bag with Carroll Street Liquors.
The Animal Shelter has served Tullahoma dogs for nearly 30 years. Now, you can help us build a bigger and better no-kill shelter. Your tax-deductible gift is matched dollar for dollar. So come on, bark it forward and donate now to have your tax-deductible gift matched. Make your check payable to the COT Shelter Building Fund and go to tullahomatn.gov to see all the unique gifts available for your generosity. For more details, you can call City Hall at 455-2648.
Welcome back. American Legion Post 78 in Manchester is holding a fundraiser this Saturday to help pay for their various charitable endeavors. Newsleader's John Gray brings us this video.
I have my buddy Mr. Rob Moreland from Manchester, Tennessee, and the American Legion over there with us today, and he's going to tell you how you can eat all the fish you want to for $10.
$10.
Tell it, Rob.
The American Legion in Manchester is going to hold a fish fry this Saturday night, starting at 5, cutting off at 7. It's $10, all you can eat. French fries, hush puppies, coleslaw, and drink. Flat fee.
Flat fee. You have a dessert there involved with that?
They probably will have some desserts from some of the auxiliary ladies will bring desserts, and they usually run about $1.
Yeah. As long as they last. That's a fundraiser for them.
As long as they last. And we'll probably have some raffles. We usually do. That's kind of a Legion thing, as you know. And so this is going to be our winter fundraiser. We're going to do a fish fry. They seem popular. We got all sorts of restaurants around here, but none of them are fish restaurants.
Not
Specialize in fish, so that's what we're going to do is fried fish.
Well, you know, where exactly is the Legion Post in Manchester, Rob?
That's a good question because we're probably one of the best kept secrets around. It's 130 Shelton Road, and Shelton Road is about a block below the post office on Hillsborough Boulevard. If you're coming from the interstate side, it's a block past the AutoZone. That's the easiest way. It's about a block off the street. So it's kind of hidden, but we're there and we're going to be cooking fish. The guys will start cooking fish about 4:30. They'll be outdoors with the big fryer. We bought a big fryer. It's like 3 foot by 2 foot and divided in 3 compartments.
And it's supposed to be reasonable weather.
Yeah, hopefully we've got a covered area they cook under if it gets rainy.
When you're frying, it can't be too cold because you're frying.
Yeah, well, I mean, for the guys, they love it. The ones we have in the spring, summer, they're all out there mopping their brow.
There you go. There you go. Now, is this the same post that used to be up on the highway, had a building up on the highway?
Correct. I think it's 41 South
Bar
now. That was the post, the Legion Post, and we're all in one building on Shelton Road. The VFW's in the same building.
Oh, well, that's good.
The DAV's in the same building. We all share the expenses.
Well, that's wonderful.
So that's what's happened. You know, we just got out of having our own post.
Got out of the property maintenance.
Correct. We raise money and we get to spend it on veterans in this area primarily. One of the things we did this past Christmas, we did 35 Christmas baskets. They're actually a box because you can't get it all in a basket, but it had ham, flour, sugar, canned vegetables, everything that someone would need. And our emphasis is on taking care of veterans that are in need. But we will do other people if the names are turned in and if we have the funds to do the veterans.
How many members does that post have, Rob?
It's about 205 members. But now
great.
We have a lot of members that are older and don't participate because of their age. But probably somewhere around 60, 70 members participate.
That's wonderful.
Of course, a big part of that is the Legion Riders. That's what you've been on here before for the motorcycle group that's a part of the, we are a part of the Legion Post. We're not separate.
This is my buddy Rob Moreland right here. I always love having him come on. He speaks so well about the things that he and we are passionate about involving our veterans and the people who have stood on the wall and fought to keep us free. It's this Saturday night.
This Saturday night, 5 to 7, fish fry, all you can eat, $10.
What a deal, folks. You be there.
We'll be right back in a moment with more Newsleader on 6.
All I have to do to think about what I was physically before and what I am now, and I don't ever want to go back to that original situation.
The overall mission of the rehab team is always what is best for the patient and how we can facilitate maximum potential from every resident.
Well, the most important thing to me is that I'm allowed to do whatever I want to do, you know.
Everyday miracles at Life Care Center of Tullahoma.
We're losing it, doctor.
Not on my shift. Quickly, brush. Roller.
What a transformation. It's gonna be okay.
Okay, nothing.
At Paintworks of Tullahoma, we specialize in domestic emergencies with Martin Senior Paints. You can be the paint doctor too when you treat your home with Martin Senior interior and exterior finishes.
Doctor, we've got another one.
Got you covered.
Paintworks of Tullahoma. Come see the paint doctor, Stat.
Welcome back. A lot of you folks have probably resolved to getting fit this year, and that's a great idea. Physical activity can produce long-term health benefits by reducing your risk of many health conditions such as heart disease and diabetes. It can also increase your chances of living longer, help you control your weight, and even help you sleep better. This upcoming video explains the physical activity guidelines that will help you understand how much activity you need.
I'm physically active primarily for my health, but it also brings me joy and peace of mind that carries over into all aspects of my life.
I'm physically active because it helps me maintain my weight and it makes me look good.
The main reason I'm active is to help control stress in my life. My wife just had a baby and we have another one at home, and I'm self-employed. We built a new home. A lot going on in my life like a lot of people do, and exercise really helps me keep that under control.
I'm active mainly because it helps manage my diabetes.
Because I just want to live as long as possible and enjoy every minute.
Keep the doctors happy.
It keeps me sane.
Being physically active is a great way to relieve stress.
I like walking because it clears my mind and it's good for my teenagers too.
I feel a lot more energetic, and I think it really improves my quality of life.
I'm active to avoid health problems that are hereditary in my family: diabetes, obesity, high blood pressure, cholesterol. I'm doing this for me.
There are a lot of reasons for being physically active. It's one of the most important steps you can take to improve your health, no matter what your age, shape, or your size. Hi, I'm Dave Patania, and this video can help you understand how much activity you need to do on a consistent basis, how to begin a sensible routine, and how you can be active, healthy, and happy. It's all contained in the physical activity guidelines. We'll give you some specific, easy to understand examples of how you can meet these guidelines each week. Not only can being active reduce your risk of many long-term health conditions such as heart disease and diabetes, but it can also help to increase your chances of living longer, help you control your weight, improve the way you look and feel, and even help you sleep better. Let's start with what we mean by physical activity. Physical activity is any movement of your body that uses energy. Many of the things you already do are examples of physical activity, like walking the dog, mowing the lawn, doing light housework, or even grocery shopping. But to get the greatest health benefits from physical activity, you should do aerobic activities each week. You need to do things that make you breathe harder and make your heart beat faster. You also need to do activities that make your muscles stronger. So the question is, how much activity do you need to do each week to gain health benefits? The answer is found in the guidelines. For important health benefits, the guidelines recommend that most adults get at least 150 minutes a week of moderate intensity aerobic activity, such as brisk walking, or 75 minutes a week of vigorous intensity aerobic activity, such as jogging, or an equivalent mix of both moderate and vigorous intensity aerobic activity each week. Don't feel overwhelmed by the amount of physical activity you need to do each week. I know 150 minutes a week sounds like a lot of time, but it's actually not. That's 2.5 hours, barely more time than you spend watching a movie. And the good news is that you don't have to do it all at once. In fact, it's best to spread your physical activity out over the week. Now, when it comes to meeting the guidelines, you'll be surprised by the variety of activities you have to choose from. Almost anything counts as long as it's a moderate or vigorous intensity for at least 10 minutes at a time. Anything less just doesn't count. For example, going for a brisk 30-minute walk 5 days a week gives you 150 minutes of moderate intensity activity. Or, if you can't fit the 30 minutes in all at once, break it up into 10-minute chunks of time during the day, whatever works best. Now, of course, aerobic activity is important, but so is strengthening your muscles. That's why the guidelines recommend that adults do muscle strengthening activities 2 or more days a week that work all 7 major muscle groups: the legs, the hips, the back, abdominals, chest, shoulders, and the arms. Whether in the gym or at home, you can strengthen your muscles in many different ways. Some examples are lifting weights, working with resistance bands, or doing activities that use your body weight for resistance, such as push-ups and sit-ups. The best tip I can give you is to find an activity that you actually enjoy. It's much more likely that you'll stick with it. And be sure to check out our other videos for details on how you can live a more active, happier, and healthier life. I'm Dave Patania, and my activity of choice is running, so come on, let's go!
pet of the week this week at the Tullahoma Animal Shelter is a terrier mix named Buddy. Buddy is pictured here with Justin Sells, who is one of the shelter volunteers. Buddy entered the shelter as a stray, is approximately 4.5 years old, and weighs 28 pounds. He's up to date on his vaccinations, heartworm negative, and has been neutered by the Tullahoma Animal Shelter. A touch of Dixie cleaning will also provide Buddy with a free microchip. Be sure to check out the Tullahoma Shelter on Facebook for upcoming events and fundraisers. Remember, you can help support your local shelter by adopting, donating, or volunteering. For more details, contact Teresa at 454-9580. The Tullahoma Animal Shelter is located at 942 Maplewood Avenue.
The Coffee County Humane Society's featured pet this week are Sasha and Sadie. Sasha is a mixed breed and Sadie is a poodle mix. Both were abandoned by their owners and are looking for forever homes. The shelter has many other dogs available for adoption at 1210 Oakdale Street in Manchester. Hours of operation at the shelter are 7:30 a.m. until 2:30 p.m. Monday through Friday. The shelter's phone number is 723-2730. Donations for animal care can be made to the Coffee County Humane Society, P.O. Box 252, Manchester 37349. Their website is www.coffeehumane.org.
Stay with us. We'll be right back in a moment with your weather forecast.
The Kia Summers on Us sales event is going on right now at Russell Barnett Kia of Tullahoma. Let me tell you about this event. Purchase a new Kia Sedona, Kia Optima, Kia Forte, and receive 0% financing up to 66 months and your first 3 payments for free. For a limited time only, no strings attached. With America's best warranty, the 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, Kia is the power to surprise. The Kia Summers on Us sales event going on right now. Why buy anywhere else?
At the time, maybe you were just building a bridge, a business, or a community. Maybe you were simply working for a home or a better tomorrow. At the time, you served out of duty and love of country. But in that time, we see a legacy created, an American dream lived. The rehab team at Life Care Center of Tullahoma is ready to help you live well.
Hi, I'm Cindy.
And I'm Jacob. I'm the Rooster.
And I'm the Red Maiden. And we would like to welcome you to
Roosterwear.
Yes, Roosterwear is a cottage industry producing accessories for men, women, children, babies, and pets. All items are hand cut and sewn locally. Roosterwear specializes in bow ties, pocket squares, scarves, cufflinks, neckties, and aprons of all sizes for all ages. Baby products include onesies, diaper covers, bibs, and burp pads. All bow ties, tie it yourself or pre-tied, come with an adjustable neckband. All products can be made with the material of your choice, as special orders are available upon request. Don't be standing back looking at fashion. Create your own with Roosterwear.
Come visit us at
roosterandredmaiden.com
to find our handcrafted designs for
the cock of the walk.
Welcome back. We'll take a look at your weather forecast at this time, starting with your weather history on this day. Our record high was in 2008 at 70 degrees. Record low was in 1970 at -2 degrees. The average high on this day is 49 and the average low is 31. Tonight, look for rain in your forecast with a low of around 45. Cloudy weather expected on Friday with a high of 55 and a low of 45, and rain in your forecast again for Saturday with a high of 55 and a low of 32. And that's our newsletter report for this evening. We invite you to join us each Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 6, 8, and 10 for Newsleader on 6. You have a good evening.
Have a great evening.